do you plan to sort out the competing interests on some of the gun legislation that fall could put forward?
Okay.
There's some time there, but.
I mean, the only thing that I've ever wanted in this legislation is that if you're a gun carry permit holder and you have it locked in your car, then you should have the right to take it into certain parking lots. And I carried the gun carry bill back in 1997. This almost undermines that if we don't have that legislation. I understand private property rights. I understand certain parking lots where they shouldn't be, but there are some almost public parking lots that people should be allowed to do that if you're a gun carry permit holder and if you keep it in your car. Now, there are apparently some of the bills are much broader than that, and that's not what I'm in favor of, never have been in favor of. It's this one piece of legislation to make sure that law-abiding citizens who have an unbelievably good track record will be able to do that, and that's the only one I care about.
So if there's a company that has its private parking lot and says that's a violation of our property rescue gun rights, trump that?
Well, it's according to what kind of a private parking lot is. That's what we're trying to work through right now, make sure if it's fenced, is it certain? Now, you know, is theoretically Walmart a private parking lot? Yes, but is it a quasi-public parking lot? Yes, it is. And there's some where that's what we're trying to narrow down right now. It's my understanding that Georgia passed a piece of legislation that had a good definition in. I just heard that this week, and that even businesses signed off on. I think that's the direction we're headed in.
Now, how does the legislative document fit in all this? Is that still covered by the ban up here at the Capitol?
I really don't know. I really don't know.
Well, maybe you conceived you could carry it down there?
If you're a gun carry permit holder, I have no problem with that. I don't.
The Mike Fogg bill doesn't limit it to.
I know that. I didn't realize that to begin with, Rick, and I've talked to Mike about that, and I think it goes way too far. I think in the end, the gun carry permit holders like myself have an unbelievably good proven track record, and we don't want to broaden that, bring other people in, and we get lumped in the same crowd that they are if they were to abuse this. And that's the reason I think it's so important to keep it to those people. And I had someone back home fussing about this a little bit, and I said, what if we do this? What if we make anybody that carries the gun on the parking lot to have a half-a-day training class to prove they're proficient on a firearm, have a TBI background check, have an FBI background check, and have a plastic card in their back pocket with their name on it and pay the state $200. If we do that, will you be okay? Well, yeah, I'll be okay with it then. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
It's too much paperwork.
That's what I'm talking about.